Okay, next one. We've just explained that the unit tax is a tax per unit that is a specific amount. That £1 doesn't change. No matter how much it costs to make the bread, we're adding the same amount, so the vertical distance stays the same. But what if we have a tax that's based on the value or the price of the good, which is actually much more common in real life? So, for example, value-added tax, which is a tax added to most goods and services in the UK, is at 20%. To keep it simple, I'm going to say, what if we added a 50% tax? Let's watch what happens. So, if the price was at £1, the new price would become £1.50. If the price was £2, 50% of 2 is 1, so 2 plus 1, the price would go up to £3. If the price was 3, well, we'd add £1.50, so that would go up to £4.50. If the price was 4, well, 50% of 4 is 2, 4 plus 2, £6. If it was 0, well, 50% of 0 is 0. So we can start right at the corner. It won't quite line up from what I've done, but anyway. If we connect those lines, you should see that the distance between the two lines gets wider and wider and wider. Why is that? Let's go back to the previous one, is S plus tax. The previous one, the additional cost for producing each next good was the same. So the vertical distance was all the same, so the lines were parallel. Whereas with this one, the higher the price of the good, the higher the addition to the price of the good, meaning that that distance gets wider and wider and wider and wider. So unit tax, they're going to be parallel. Ad valorem tax, they're going to get wider and wider apart. So at a low price, the vertical distance is relatively small because it's a small percent. It's the same percentage but of a smaller amount. But at a higher price, the vertical distance gets larger. By the way, these arrows I'm drawing are just for you to understand. You don't need to actually draw them in.